Hello, kumusta? Annyeong, konnichiwa, sawadika, bonjour, ni hao, hola. It's me, Aisel Joyce Delicano, and welcome to my first episode of podcast entitled My Dear Love. Saranghae! As we all know that the month of February is the month of love. Many of us are celebrating Valentine's Day with our loved ones. Sana all. So for today, I have a very special guest for my podcast, whom I will ask some questions about her experiences in her first love. So let's welcome Miss Haname Milia.
Okay, so thank you, Aisel, for inviting me to your podcast.
It's my pleasure. So, what are we waiting for? Let's begin! Gaja! So my first question is, what makes the first love so special?
Wow, that was an interesting question. Well, for me, love is always special. But your first love moves you in a way that is inherently unique. It introduces you to feelings you have never had before, for better or for worse, and is accompanied by a sense of wonder, intrigue, and excitement.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. So, thank you for your answer, Hannah. So, let's proceed to the next question. So, the question is, do we need to stop loving our first love?
Well, no matter how hard you try, you will never stop missing your first love. Boyfriend or girlfriend in a long relationship, for the first time will forever remember the hugs, cuddles, sweet whispers, long drives, late night talk, or what we called the baby time, and romantic moments that they had together.
Oh, that's correct, Hannah. Thank you for your wonderful answer, Okay, before the last question that we will tackle about, let's take a break. Stay tuned. We will be right back after listening to this song. Hi listeners! We're back to my podcast, My Dear Love. Saranghae! So, the last question is, does first love ever die?
Well, first love never dies, or just silly puppy love. We aren't convinced, regardless of whether it is true or not, doesn't seem to have an impact on whether or not first love die. For this reason, it's much more likely that first loves never die because they were the first.
Thank you, Miss Hannah, for being my guest today at my podcast. Your first love is always alive and lives all the time in your heart. How much you try to forget, it never goes away from your heart. First love never dies, but true love can bury it alive. Again, that's the end of the first episode of my podcast. I hope you all enjoy. See you in the next episode of My Dear Love. Saranghae! Bye-bye! This podcast is brought to you by Bloom Hand Sanitizer. You bloom, you're safe. And Sun Kiss Sunscreen. Feel the kiss of the sun. Use sunscreen.